Hi guys, TXRebel again. Wanted to get in on the, I'm going to make sure I say this right, C Stu Do. He's doing a EDC 40K. He just got 40,000 subscribers, so that's awesome. Said he's been doing it for like 19 months, so that's amazing growth. I am just getting started. My channel's not even a week old yet, but somebody that's already subbed and is, I've been enjoying his videos too. His skill set is way beyond mine. I've got up to my green belt. I'm working on my blue belt as soon as the lock shows up. I ordered it a week ago. I've got a blue belt coming. But I'm enjoying this journey. I'm loving this community and having a good time. But Nightmare shouted out to me on his video for this challenge, so I've got to repay the favor. Figure I'd throw my hat in the ring and have some fun with it too. But I'm going to do the same thing he did, and I'm going to shout out to 2 channels as well. So I'll get that at the end. But Mr. Stu, for your thing, as far as EDC, we're going to do a little camera work here. It's going to get a little shaky because we are shooting with the GoPro, and I'm still learning all this stuff. So not just the lock picking, but getting comfortable on camera and camera angles and how to do all this cool stuff. And yeah, I was watching Lady Luck's live event earlier, and how everybody's got their cameras placed and how you can see stuff, and my fat fingers are always getting in the way, and we'll figure it out. Anyway, here, let me turn you all around. We'll get going. So for my EDC, obviously wallet. I've got the Pokey Stabbies. Set of keys. Something that I do that I don't see a lot of people do is I've got myself a little thumb drive on here. This has all my important stuff. So something happens, you know, whatever. After my time in the military, kind of always prepared is a good motto. But I've got copies of my marriage license, my driver's license, insurance documents, things like that. I can always, you know, go into an Office Depot, get something printed up if I needed, you know, if I need to email something, whatever, I've always got it. Trusty boomstick as always. Since I've gotten into lockpicking, some of my earlier videos I explained some of this, but I used to be, you know, wanted to get into it a while ago, finally started doing it again, but I've got some of these, you know, looks like a pocket knife, but it's a little carry kit and just something to carry with me. Obviously my phone, something to drink, there's usually something spicy in there. And then I am a big fan of cigars, specifically anything from Drew Estate is my jam. I'm trying to do this one-handed, and I'm not very talented, but in here we've got lighters and cutters and some whiskey and a whole sampling of cigars, and everything's bigger in Texas. This is a joke. I will never smoke this thing. It is ridiculously huge. So I'm compensating for something by getting that, but that just hangs out in my humidor as a gag gift. But I had to reload this because I'd smoked everything this last weekend. So anyway, that just hangs out at my home bar over there. And yeah, so anyway, all right, let's try and get this thing set up. Move some of my stuff out of the way to pick a couple locks. It's not going to be anything fancy because I'm still learning. So I picked a couple locks that I think I should be able to do on demand and not be camera shy, but we will see. So let's start with this little Brinks yellow, and we'll see what we can make happen. All right. On the recommendation of some of the videos I've been watching, doing it upside down doesn't help. Lady Locks had recommended top of keyway picking. I'd seen some other people do it. Started with bottom of the keyway and definitely found that get a lot more room on the top. And so I've just been doing it that way from the start, and seem to have picked it up fairly fast. I do have, you know, springs go flying every once in a while, but loving that. Got in my Apex kit from Covert Instruments. Loving these. But let's see what we can do here. If I remember right, this one's got some spools in it. No, it's not binding. Hold on. I'll make sure these are all reset. Alrighty. start again here. There's a good click. Alright. Should just be the number 1 pin now if I can get on it. Oh, you stay in there. Alright, so this seems to be kicking my butt for some reason. Let's see if I get a rake with a, not a rake, but a pick with a little more aggressive. Nope, that's just pushing my tensioner out. I can't seem to get this number 1 pin for some reason. There we go. There's that one picked. And then I think this needs the bigger one. My father was rekeying his house, and it was right. I found out he did that right after I got into this, so I called him up and said, "Hey, if I paid shipping, would you send me all your old locks?" And he said, "Nope, don't worry about it. They're in the mail." And these showed up the other day, so just got this. So I'm obviously going to need to work on how to talk while I'm doing this and what I'm feeling, but my skill level, I'm definitely a new picker, and holding this tongue out the side of the head to concentrate, the whole 9. Do the same thing on this one, rake it and make sure all the pins have dropped. Definitely need to look into the different sprays and different lubricants that people have said. Most of the locks that I'm being sent are, some stuff I'm buying new, but some of it's used and old, and they're being replaced because they're damaged. So maybe not ideal to be learning on, but I know I don't want to be spraying graphite and WD-40 in here, so need to get some of that Houdini, or figure out what the right stuff to get is. Definitely got some that I don't know if they're just not lining up, or dropped something there. We may end up fast forwarding this part of this video. This is going to be embarrassingly slow. Alright, let's try this again. There we go. So there's my 2 locks picked. And then for shout outs, I wrote them down so I got them right. Nightmare, he is at, and I'm going to mispronounce this, Sierra CA Nightmare. And then another guy that's just getting started. I think he's only got 1 video on his page right now, unless he posted something today. But him and I have already talked about doing a live video together, trying to get our lockjaw. I forget what the challenge is, but the one where you're basically live streaming in the middle of the night. So we're going to do one together and just talk bikes and guns and lock picking and whiskey and cigars and whatever. But Swamp Picker, he's at swamp_picker. And I will try and link all this stuff in my video, the video for the challenge from Mr. Studu. and these two guys, but amazing community. Turn this thing around and actually talk to you. Enjoy the community, enjoying my journey through lockpicking, and we'll see y'all down the road.